Over the past year, I've managed to make mid five figures. I'm talking about $40,000, $50,000 playing crypto games. It was due to several factors, whether it was farming play to airdrop, whether or not it was winning the first off the grid competition in history, or even as simple as participating in some game nights. I was able to make money at a time where crypto gaming very much is still in its infancy. I wanted to share today 7 crypto games that I am looking at the moment. I'm going to be giving you some raw, honest takes on the space. And so without further ado, let's get into it. The number one thing I want to tell you before I even get into this list though, is that if you're not already on our Discord Legion, you are missing out. Everything that I'm making on this channel currently is going straight into Legion, our Discord. We have game nights, $500 ones every single week, multiple times. We have thousands upon thousands of dollars, and the goal by the end of this year will be well over $100,000 worth of prize pools straight to you guys. All you have to do is join our Discord, participate in our game nights, and of course, stack some of those sweet crypto coins. So what is the first game that we are checking out? Well, the first one was one of the recent game nights that we had. It's called BloodLoop. Now, BloodLoop, it's built on Avalanche. They have their own L1. Recently went ahead and went live with their game. That's good for you if you're farming because of the fact that they have some incentives for you. And those incentives are very simple. BloodLoop has a battle pass in which you can go ahead and get a chance at a $15,000 prize pool. Now, for me, that's not a big enough incentive to go ahead and religiously farm, but the way that they've structured it, a lot of the earnings are coming back into these passes. It's 1 out of 75 of these seasonal leaderboard passes. It's not like it's going to be going anywhere. As one of the big games on Avalanche, this game for me has been pretty fun. I played it during the Avalanche Summit very recently. It's a 5v5 tactical hero shooter game. You have your hero shooter. He has or she has unique abilities that you can use to beat your enemies. I found that the melee character was the strongest, and so if you're someone that's big into BloodLoop, if you're someone that's big into shooters, then you're probably gonna have a pretty good time farming BloodLoop. I'd put it probably somewhere around 4 to 5 out of 10 in the farming scale. I don't think it's going to make you tons of money, but I think it's worth checking out if you are interested in the genre, as they do have competitions quite often. Project O is the next one. This one is from Coin Games. This is one that I've been looking at for quite some time. You might be a little bit disappointed if you're someone that just likes to farm airdrops. But from my perspective here, Project O has a collector's campaign. If you have NFTs from other crypto games, or you've been farming games for a long time, you just have assets built up, you can connect your wallet here, and they're going to be going ahead and giving you big boosts if you have NFTs from other collections. And so they have a collector score. I think it's going to be big because this game is pretty damn good. It reminds me a lot of Hearthstone. The graphics are phenomenal. You can go ahead and also make your own cards, so very customized cards, which I think is going to be very cool if you're someone that's creative, that has good ideas for cards. There's the potential to actually earn based off of this. So this isn't just playing video games. This could be designing. This could be competing. There's a lot of ways to make money in crypto. So I wanted to share here, if you have NFTs, if you're someone that is big into card games, if you're someone that's big into Hearthstone, then you're going to have a pretty good time playing Project O. This is one of the best crypto games. In fact, I would say it's currently the best card game in the crypto space. So Project O is definitely high on this list. I would say if you're someone that has money, this is 7 to 8 out of 10. If you're someone that doesn't have money, then you're probably something around 3 to 4 out of 10. The next one is Eve Frontier. Right now it's free to go ahead and play. It's not going to be free after July 7th. It will be a pay to play game. Just putting that disclosure out there. Now, June 27th to July 8th, you can go ahead and climb a cycle leaderboard by earning grace and retain your grace with founder access. So if you get the founder access, very good, because it will keep you inside of the game. You will be able to play right now. If you know anything about EVE Online, then you'll know there have been some pretty big ship sales. This is a space frontier game, one of the longest lasting economies on the planet. They wanted to enter the crypto space because of the fact that a lot of their trades are happening over the counter. That means not directly inside of the game. So why not have a crypto coin to allow that free market out there? There was a sale back in 2020, a $33,000 EVE Online ship sale. Now, of course, it was for charity, so I do want to go ahead and say say that. So whether or not it was too high or too low, it was a $1 million Plex sale for a rare gold Magnum. There are plenty of ship sales on Evenline. I mean, they've done millions upon millions of dollars in just the Web2 space. So I imagine entering the crypto space, there is going to be a very nice opportunity here. If you have money, I think this one's probably like 9 out of 10. It will be a good opportunity if you understand the EVE Online economy. If you're not someone that is big into EVE Online, maybe you're getting in for the first time, you're definitely going to be at a disadvantage. But if you understand how this economy works, then I think there is very, very good money-making opportunities here. And talking about very good money-making opportunities, Maplestory Universe had to be one of my biggest plays of this year. So Maplestory Universe, very simply put, it's an earlier patch of Maplestory. If you know anything about Maplestory, they have a couple versions of the game. It's all over the world. The Taiwanese version is like the super early version, all the way into the modern Maplestory, which has tons of classes and tons of power creep. Maplestory is a bit in the middle. From what I've been told, it's a bit of Maplestory reboot and some of the earlier patches. It only has the Explorer class, and for the most part right now, Shadowers are just very imbalanced. Now, I was able to get the #1 sale on Maplestory. It was about $11,000 at the time. Now it's higher. The game has progressed. Maplestory Universe, I'm not convinced is in a great shape, only because bots have just devastated their economy. But what I will say is that if you look past just the Maplestory end game, the entire universe with Maplestory is going to be on Maplestory Universe. In fact, if we think about just how Maplestory Universe is going to operate, they're going to have these sandbox modes, which more and more of the supply is going to be given. If you're someone that can build Maplestory maps efficiently and get users on, you could make an absolute killing. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars playing Maplestory if you're able to design solid maps. You can also, there are of course going to be arbitrage opportunities when new maps are released, when new weapons are released. If you're the first one to grab these weapons, you can sell them for an absolute killing. I mean, I remember selling my weapon alone, it was over 200 million Nessos. So for someone that is big into Maplestory, you understand the economy. This has been one of the biggest, if not the biggest crypto gaming launch of this year. So definitely not one that you're going to want to miss out on. Off the Grid is the next one. Off the Grid for me was very profitable early on. It isn't as profitable right now. I'm just going to be very honest. They are right now in the process of migrating from testnet to mainnet. This means that once it's on mainnet, everything's going to be actually real. So most players are not there, which means that a lot of the volume, a lot of the money is just not flowing the way we want it to. Off the Grid is, I mean, just imagine 60 players hopping onto a battle royale with cyberlimbs. Cyberlimbs, they are abilities. I think it's actually a really cool concept. They've had streamers like Tim the Tatman, Ninja, Scum, a lot of people within the Web2 space try out this game already. They had a $600,000 tournament. I mean, the prize pools were absolutely enormous. The first place of that tournament took home $90,000. So a lot of money is in the Off the Grid space at the moment. The main money making opportunity was, to be completely honest with you, making accounts early on, getting the battle pass, and farming the battle passes. I think the battle passes right now are decent value. They're not bad value at all. If you're just accumulating the items and you're doing the battle passes, then you're more than likely going to get your money back. But the real big thing is going to be accumulating the big rare things. For example, the red set is the Trump set. Trump's the current president of the United States. That's been going up in value a lot. Those are selling for $500 a piece. At a couple months ago, they were selling for what, 1,000 guns. So a very short amount of time, it's gone up a 20x, which is a 2,000%. Off the Grid, I think most of the money is going to be made not actually playing the game, but by playing the auction house. So if you're good at auction houses, then you're going to make a lot of money on Off the Grid. If you're good in tournaments, like if you're the tippy top and you're good at networking and you're able to talk to these Web2 streamers, then I also think you're going to make a lot of money off the Grid. You could see here the volume statistics. They've done over $500,000 almost since they went ahead and did this migration. The majority of the players are still not on mainnet, but still interesting nonetheless to look at some of these statistics. WildCard is the next game. WildCard, it's going to be on Steam, which Off the Grid is also going to be on Steam. I find this very cool because Steam was very against crypto games for a long time. It's a collectible card game, simple as that. Now, it's a bit of a fusion with Rocket League and your typical card game because you are pretty much a goalie. You have cards which you're able to summon with energy. So if you've ever played stuff like Clash Royale, the energy system is pretty similar. I really like it. I think it's one of the best developed crypto games out there. What I will will say is I'm not convinced on the tokenomics side. I'm not convinced their NFTs are going to be worth a ton of money, but I am convinced that it is a very good game. It's a very good game, and I'm having a lot of fun currently checking out WildCard. I recommend if you're someone that is into crypto, maybe you're more on the gameplay side rather than the investment side, WildCard is definitely going to be worth your while. This isn't one of those games I pour a ton of money into. I'm going to make a ton of money. It's more one of those games, if I'm trying to have some fun, earn some crypto on the side through cards, I'm going to like playing WildCard. And so I wanted to leave that on the list in case you were that kind of person. And in case you were more into the speculative side, Wilder World is the final game, but I would say one of the biggest catalysts for crypto gaming. This is currently the biggest metaverse play by far. Sandbox, Decentraland, those are both dead. Wilder World, it's an absolutely enormous project with a hyper ambitious vision. They have currently the trenches coming out pretty soon. They have some major partnerships. You're able to go ahead and see this massive open world with land plots and motorcycles and wolves, all kinds of things culminating into the top metaverse in crypto at the moment. They have Midnight in Miami, which you can play right now on Epic Games. It is a racing game, which was created by racing professionals. So if you're big into that, then you'll like that. They had enormous prize pools last year. I mean, $50,000 in Austin. We had a tournament I was actually live in, and someone that was very good at the game won a heck of a lot of money. If you are competitive, if you're big into degen metrics, if you're big into over-the-counter sales and just making sure you're part of what's going to be likely the biggest metaverse in crypto, you're going to enjoy playing Wilder World. Simple as that. They have one of the biggest raises in crypto history in terms of games, and they likely will continue to lead the crypto gaming space in the short to near future. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section in regards to all these games. Make sure you check out our Discord, our game nights every single week, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Until next time, I'll see ya. Stay classy, and that's all.